Welcome back to the channel, guys. Up next, we got Candace Owens. Let's get into it.
Well, I got a question for Candace.
Okay.
You said America wasn't a racist country.
I never said that. You can't find a single...
You said America isn't a racist country, right?
America is not a racist country. Yeah, I did say that. You're right.
All right. So,
Got me.
all right, I look at one example, like inner city gangs, right? If you look at like inner city gangs, they were really like persecuted 100% by police departments and the government. What did America do to end the ideology or the practice of the KKK at all?
So let's dial this back to end the practice of the KKK. I want to start with saying to you what percentage of Black Americans black homicides are committed by white people?
That's just like me saying how much percent of homicides. It's like you guys that for any.
No, I'm just asking a question. I'm not trying to walk you into a trap.
I don't really study statistics because statistics, you could look at any race and look at numbers of killings and murder. So.
Would it be fair if I said that black people are racist towards black people right now?
Would that be fair?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody's a little racist.
Do you think that we're racist towards each other?
No, I wouldn't say racist.
I find it interesting. The hyper focusing on the KKK, which killed thousands of Black Americans.
I would say that America kind of conditioned, like, if you say black people are racist, that came from America's history. That's just what.
What? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I say if you asked me if you think we're racist to each other.
Yeah.
I don't think so, but if we were.
Okay, because we're killing ourselves, just so you know. Like we're at a way faster.
Every race is killing themselves
at a way faster and higher rate than any person in terms of white supremacy could ever do it. And if another organization that's doing it faster, you want to talk about the KKK? They killed thousands of blacks. Planned Parenthood has killed millions, 19 million. Nobody's having a conversation about that.
You know, Candace, she is swift with it. But it's funny how he brings up with when he says all race pretty much kill each other. He kind of has a point, because that happened a lot throughout history. We all know that. But right now, the times that we are living in, we're talking about now, right? There's no groups of other race driving around in cars, hunting each other down. That's what it pretty much is, and shooting each other down in the middle of the streets in the broad daylight. There's no other race doing that right now. There's not. In America, find me one.
And this is important because the media gets us obsessed with this idea of white supremacy and the history of the KKK. Thousands of blacks were killed by the KKK, and by the way, so were white Republicans, and we were killed by white Democrats, which is why I'm adamantly opposed to Democrats. But nobody wants to have a conversation about what's really killing Black America.
But black males are probably the most people in prison, so you can't say nothing's being done about it.
Well, first and foremost, what are they locking us up for? Are they locking us up because we're black?
No, you just said we commit the most crimes.
No, but I'm asking you a question. Are they locking us up because we're black?
I never said that.
Oh, okay, so I'm just saying to you that the reason why we're locked up the most is because we're committing the most crimes. We have to fix our communities. It's a real conversation that Black Americans need to have, and I try to do that with the Blexit movement when I target our communities to have these conversations. The idea that white supremacy is the thing that's stopping Black America is a complete and utter myth.
Okay,
and until we're willing to have...
I never said that either.
She's not saying you said that.
I'm not saying you did. I haven't
statement.
accused you of saying anything. I'm just saying what I'm actually saying. That's it, okay? The number one issue facing our community is father absence. Father absence, okay?
I disagree, but okay.
Excuse me?
I disagree, but okay.
Okay, well, you said you brought up the prisons, right? If you grow up without a father in the home, you're 20 times more likely to end up behind bars. You want to know who I got that from? President Barack Obama. He talked about the stats of what it does when you destroy the black family. The destruction of the black family, if you want to talk... Oh, wait, I'm not done. The destruction of the black family happened because of Democrats and what they did in the 1960s,
I agree.
LBJ and his Great Society Act and the welfare system. We can talk about all of those things. The very last thing we should be talking about, if I had to make a list of 100 things that's really screwing up the black community, white supremacy wouldn't make the list.
But I wasn't even asking about the black community. I was just saying, you said America wasn't a racist nation.
It's not.
It's not.
All right, so look.
It's not.
The Black Panthers were all locked up and killed by the government.
Are the Black Panthers here today?
I'm saying, the KKK has been around since how long, and what has the government done for anything to
Well,
persecute.
you think the KKK is alive
KKK.
today?
Yes, of course.
Oh my
wait,
gosh,
okay,
what are you
hold on.
talking
Okay, well,
Find me
then
one.
wait,
I want to
now-
meet
now
one.
we have a
You're saying the
debate.
KKK doesn't exist
Now we have a
at
debate.
all.
Hey, wait. Now we have a debate. So I'm,
Have you ever met one?
I'm asking you, what are you
But
saying
you're
whoa
saying
about?
the KKK doesn't exist at all?
oh,
What happened?
I'm going to ask
What
you a
did the
question.
government do to erase them? What did the government do to erase the KKK? How can you say they don't exist?
You have to slow down. I can't understand what you're saying. What did you
That's
say?
crazy to me. But how can you say the KKK does not exist today?
Well, I'm going to ask you a question. Where are they?
What do you mean, where are they?
Where do they meet?
They could be judges.
I just feel like this is a really big story and CNN should cover it. Where is the
It's literally an
KKK?
ideology.
No, can you name a leader?
No,
Can you name
where
a
is it?
gathering point?
Who's the
Anything?
leader? Where are they meeting? In what
How
country?
are you
In what
gonna
city?
ask me where? I'm not going nowhere near where
Because
they
they aren't.
Because
There's-
they don't. They literally live in the media's head. Have you ever seen a KKK member in a hood? I'm asking you a serious question.
So you're saying the KKK does not exist?
All right, come down. No.
Yo, it's getting heated right now. It's getting heated right now. He said, what did they do to pretty much eradicate the KKKs? He's saying he didn't see them go to jail, but we all know a few of them are in jail. But it's funny how he said that. But the whole thing about the KKK, even if you do bring up their name, what are they physically doing to harm black people? What are they doing? Are they doing what black people doing? Hunting out other black people, doing drive-bys, pulling up on the block, spinning the block on their ops. This is what we need to know. You can't just bring up their name. We know what they did back then. That was then. That's what I always say. People cannot bring up what KKK members are currently doing right now. They blame the jail system. Well, do whatever it takes to keep yourself out of that system. That's it. You don't have to go rob, steal, shoot. You don't have to do that. Who told you that you have to do that? Seriously, who told you that? Whoever told you that, they lied to you.
Come down. I'm dying to see this. Because I have asked every journalist that brings this up since Charlottesville to tell me where the KKK meets.
So, in Houston, Texas, there was an event through a predominantly black neighborhood known as Acres Homes that was protected by the police, and they were escorted through a black community. So that's the issue. So they do exist. They are there.
And they're protected by the police. Protected.
Okay. So I'm asking you a serious question. As a black American, you fear the KKK.
I don't fear any.
Okay. So you saw.
Look, I am from one parish.
No. We're not doing 3-on-1. You can have a time. You can have a time when you get to the mic. I'm asking you a serious question.
Okay.
Of all of the things that is going on in the black community, you cannot look me in the face and tell me that you really think that the rise of the KKK is a real thing. I won't believe that.
I'm looking at America, not really the black community.
And I'm shocked. I'm shocked to hear. You said you've never seen a KKK member. You say that there was one in Texas. What year was it?
It was around 2008, just before.
2000 and what?
I graduated high school in 2008 in Acres Homes from Carver.
And they were walking down the street in hoods.
Yeah, that was an event there. It was a
Georgia,
huge.
they still have events.
Well, I think we're losing.
Good. Yeah, well, let's not lose the focus. Yeah, that's fine. I will definitely look it up. I will look up the Texas event, the KKK walk. But the point that I was making, maybe they did meet once, however, 10 years ago in your town, and I'll definitely look into it because I always want to educate myself. But the point is that neither of you can look me in the face and tell me that you think that the KKK is a real threat to the.
You've seen all these guys, all these so-called gang members. KKK is not stupid. Back then, they had an advantage on the black people because black people couldn't defend themselves. Now, you think they're going to try that now? Come on, let's lose our logical sense. You think the KKK is going to try that now in these days and times? So we're doing their job for them. Why would you want to get your hands dirty when the other person's already doing the job for you? You see, people, they don't think like that. Guys, we got to start thinking smart, man. And the other guy, what if it could be a doctor, or a lawyer, or a judge, you see? He can't prove his point, so now he goes on to another myth.
No, but the issue here is no one's denying that there are individual racists
in this country.
in a country.
I said America is not a race.
Like David Duke. David Duke is a known KKK.
Yes, David Duke endorsed a Democrat running for president this cycle. Life. These people are not in mainstream society. These people are not what people try to make it seem.
And this is why I say when you heard me say earlier that I hate when us, we are the most privileged black people in the entire world, right? We are, plain and simple. The most privileged black people in the entire world live in America today. It's insulting to me because when my grandfather used to tell me the stories about the real KKK, the ones that would come on horseback and shoot into his home in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and do you want to know what my grandfather says about them? He says, and when we used to come around, my dad used to shoot back at them boys. Such an empowering thing when he talks about them. He talks about them like they were children. He tells me stories about when the black mothers would come out and take the hoods off and yell at them and say, is that you, Peter, or whatever their names were? And then when you come up and you say it like, what are we going to do about the KKK? You're not afraid of them. I'm not. You're not. So why are we talking about them? Why are you even giving them the air or the conversation? Because you once saw them 10 years ago.
All America did was change
the
laws, and all they did was have to change their methods. They could have just changed their methods.
What did they do? Did they shoot and kill? I generally am trying to understand, where are the KKK? Are they killing black people? Because if they are, they definitely should be prosecuted.
Didn't I just say that, guys? I literally just said that. Like, what are they doing to harm you or your family? You should be more worried about the gang members, the gangsters, the drug dealers. That's who you should be worrying about. You see, that's when we worried about the least important things that we should be worrying about. And that's our problem. We are scared to look at ourselves in the mirror.
Laws against murder.
I think that the issue, the thing he's trying to bring forward is that when you look at the historical treatment of organizations or groups of people of color, whether it's Black Lives Movements or Black Panther and so on, the moment that they were demonized, they were listed as terrorist organizations. Why has it never been that the Ku Klux Klan was demonized or listed as a terrorist organization?
They were never demonized? The Ku Klux
By the government? Never.
Has the government
because
ever listed them?
Because they were the government. They were Democrats.
Well, yeah, this is not true. The Oklahoma City bombing was categorized as a terrorist act, so you're incorrect there.
So
the Fort Hood massacre was terrorist.
I was a common engineer. I was trained by some of the same people who knew the guy, so I understand.
So let me ask you a question. Was the Waco complex considered a terrorist organization by the FBI, yes or no?
Who?
The Branch Davidians.
It should be.
Oh, but they were white. You said that never happened against white supremacist organizations.
No, I said the Ku Klux Klan. I'm talking about the Klan in particular.
It is a similar type organization. The Branch Davidians.
Klan
The Branch Davidians were a
listed for
misinterpretation
almost the entirety of America.
The Branch Davidians were a white supremacist
organization.
organization.
As a terrorist organization.
Guys, I'm going to wrap this up because if I genuinely thought that you thought the KKK was alive and well, we'd have a full, long conversation about this. What we're talking about here is that you want to ignore, and this is what genuinely frustrates me so much about the black community. You want to ignore all the really big issues that we should be talking about, okay? We all know what's going on in our communities. We just had another rapper that was gunned down. We know about black-on-black crime. We know about abortion. We know about the education system. We know about Antifa, which is the closest thing that I've seen to white supremacy since I've been alive, is Antifa, which is the modern-day KKK.
So I agree with you on all of those.
That show up,
I agree.
okay? And the media that demonizes. But instead you want to talk about something that you have to pull your memory from 10 years ago when they were walking down the street in Texas.
What do you think started black-on-black crime? It hasn't always been a big problem as what you're talking about. What do you think started?
I already told you what I thought. Father absence started black-on-black crime. I already told you that.
What started the biggest father absence in America in the black community?
Lyndon Baines Johnson in 1964.
Was he not American government? That's what I'm saying.
And let's do a present.
Look, what I'm saying is I don't really care. I don't care about Democrats and Republicans.
Who is still encouraging father absence?
Democrats and Republicans are the same. It's the same government. That's what y'all don't see. Like
I'm neither.
Political parties are literally to divide us because it's.
No.
Democrats and Republicans are the same.
I think you and I agree on the fact that there are problems. What we disagree with is that I am telling you that the left started it, the Democrats started it, and the Democrats are still perpetuating it. And the way that they're able to perpetuate it is by getting you to stand up here and ask me a ridiculous question about the goddamn KKK when we should be talking about father absence and abortion and black-on-black crime. Thank you for your question.
It's so true, man. We are focused on the wrong things. We need to focus on the things that are personally affecting you or your community right now. That's what we need to worry about. Just like Candace said, you have to go pull up something from 10 years ago. 10 years ago. It's like you have to go on the internet. Let me see where the latest KKK gathering was. Let me see. Damn. Well, not last year. Well, not the year before. Really? like honestly, really? You got to go search. You got to cut back all the way in the back of your head. Like, damn. But I can remember the latest shooting from another black person to another black person for the pettiest thing. We take each other's life like it's worth nothing. And that's the problem. When you could just take somebody's life for nothing, for the stupidest things, like, oh, you in my territory now. Meanwhile, you don't own a house or a business on that area. But so the cops come, you scatter. You see, listen, I'm gonna say this like this, right? You say you own that block or that territory. You take another brother's life that skin look just like yours, right? You say that's your territory. Cops pull up. What do? 90% of the time, what do? They run. So if you own that territory, why are you running? You owned it here. That's where you owned it. When them white boys pull up with the sirens on, you're gone. You running. That's the mentality we got to get out of. You want to own. Why don't you own things to do it the right way? Where you could give your another brother a job. Own businesses. Own properties. Man, we got it all backwards. He looking for the myth of the KKKs. We know racism does exist. Hate also exists. Evil also exists. That's in every race. We know KKKs did bad then. Yes, we know. It ain't no myth. We know what happened. But what are they doing right now in the 2000 era? Like I said, they're happily sitting back, watching us destroy ourselves from within. Why would they want to do anything else to us? We're doing a job for them, man. It's sad that we can't wake up and say, I guess I saw what happened in Alabama, and I will say this. That black brother, the security guard, was fighting the other white dude one-on-one. I was all for that until the other white boys jump in. Wrong move. I'm not for anybody jumping. I will never be for it. I don't care what race you are. I'll never be for it. The black brother came in. He was trying to stop them. I guess I don't know if they had too much to drink. I don't know. But that black guy, he came in trying to stop them. Then more white guys came in. They were fighting. Another trying to fight two of them. So no, other black people came in. And they did what they had to do. We stand on our ground. And that's what I love to see. We have to start signing up to all this gang violence out there too. We can't just stop here. We got to keep going forward with it. Stand up for the gang violence. Stand up for the drug dealers. Tell them enough is enough. You're poisoning our communities. That's what we have to start doing. Look, people got all proud seeing that. Yes, I was kind of happy seeing that. Because they tried to jump that brother. It wasn't going to happen. Even if I was there, it wasn't going to happen that way. But I'd love to hear you guys think about the video in the comments. That young brother is still brainwashed. He's young. He's young. He definitely could tell he's young. He's definitely brainwashed. He's just ignoring the important things that's surrounding his life and his communities. Right? That's why things have never changed. That's why it will continue to go on the way it does. And we need the single mothers. We know it's hard without the father home. But you have to do what you got to do for you and your kid. Get them off the streets. Try to guide them the right way. Find another male in your family to try to guide them. We know it's not easy. Nobody said it was easy. But the cycle has to eventually stop. We need it to stop. The necessary violence, they're gunning each other down for no reason. It has to stop. And the only way that happens, it starts at home. But hey, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you like, share, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section. And until then, I'll catch you guys next video. Peace out. You guys have a blessed day.